is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready, because we've got another good one on tap.
Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
To throw on 2nd down, Robinson. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll go up the gut with Tomlinson. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Robinson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Taysom Hill from 19 yards away. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said. Better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Here's Robinson looking to throw on 2nd down. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz worked to perfection there for Deion Sanders. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Robinson. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on third and forever, he'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us?
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden as we watch this long drive continue to begin quarter two. To throw is Robinson on 1st and 10. This will be caught at Samuel. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. He got 29 yards that time. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Robinson. Swinging this ball out here to Tomlinson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is a big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll put up the stop sign. will get it at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. And the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Robinson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. Back to throw again. And that's complete to Cooks. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man downfield is Hill. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, as the 1st half is winding down, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, pardon?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Taken at the goal line. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the 3rd. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They run it again with Cook. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jason Taylor in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Robinson. Flush to his right. And he can't. Brought down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a... Normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Deion Sanders getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. Before they can get the punt away whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. With it is Brown. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have an excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay being offense.
I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 1st down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay being offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 1st down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay being offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay being offense.
And that flag accepted.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the play off in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a
Delay
drive.
game, offense.
They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay game, offense.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay game, offense.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay game, offense.
So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Let's go now.
Robinson now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And got his man complete. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Looking to throw. Robinson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for the touchdown. Brandon Cooks. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And he's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ballgame.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
first down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Robinson. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Robinson to throw again. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Ted Hendricks. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
That kind of puts the bow on what has been a complete performance, Charles. They're pitching a shutout on the other side in this offense. They've done their thing well, too.
Yeah, this game has been all-out effort from them on every snap, and there's a good amount of pride on the line right now. They want to finish what they started. They want the shutout preserved.
Carlson now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun. Robinson got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Gets it out quick. It's Gage on the slant. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. as time has run out on this football game. So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense through the shutout.
The coach here, welcoming you to another installment of Madden Ultimate Team. There's been a lot of talk leading up to this matchup, and it's finally here. But can it live up to all the hype?
Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate scoops it up. Almost. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks them up.
And avoids the turnover.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Trubisky to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the left hash, this from 37.
Patterson's kick is good.
And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A game near of 30 big ones. Nothing after one on EA's.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The offense already on the field here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Robinson to throw on 2nd down. And Hill with it over the middle.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. They'll run. Tomlinson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it'll be Tomlinson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Tomlinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Robinson throwing on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Trubisky now down around his goal line. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On the ground, it's James. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Oh, he bowls over it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Taysom Hill, a 24-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. To throw is Robinson, operating from the gun. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
This offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now Trubisky on first down. James has got it, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down and just a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. The opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Here's James. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
I don't think there's any other way to put it, but that was just simply deflating because you know they came out ready to go at halftime, right? Everyone motivating each other, wanting to get out there and get going. And that turnover absolutely saps your momentum. Now you're just shouting encouragement to your defense, hoping they can pick you up and give you another chance.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Robinson now on first down. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Taysom Hill, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Now Robinson from the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the defense. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake in the ball and knock it free.
On 1st and 10, Robinson. It's caught by Mike Evans.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, an 11-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast.
Welcome back now here in London. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Deion Sanders picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Robinson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
And you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level of what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, Sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. That's good. And he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
A give to LaDainian up the gut. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Robinson got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And out now come the Seahawks.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to... And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Darius Slay with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Robinson throwing to start the drive. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went.
Hello and welcome in. I'm the coach, and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week, and the wait is now over. It's time to play ball.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded right around the 8. So here are the Eagles now, backed up to start their first drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. This guy, he is hard to corral.
Throwing to start the drive. Robinson finding Taysom Hill complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Operating from the gun. Robinson finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Robinson gets this one to Hill. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. A gain of 3, second down. They'll run it again with Barkley. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Griffin. This will be caught by Randy Moss.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Griffin now to throw on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Chris Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Giants are off now with a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive that'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They won in 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive.
Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
A give up the middle to Tomlinson. And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Tomlinson up the middle.
Ready?
Here's Robinson looking to throw on 2nd down. The quick slant caught.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Taysom Hill, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but you identified an open target and put it right on him.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end where he can. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, Barkley, and down he'll go at the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Robinson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back to throw again. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Robinson, he's letting it fly for Cooks. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. The gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
After the sack on first down, Griffin.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Griffin. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll run with LT to begin the drive. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
47 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw again on second down, Fitzpatrick. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Only took them 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be... take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Michael Strahan with a tackle for loss there. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Robinson.
And a dangerous throw there as it's knocked down and incomplete.
In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Taysom Hill, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to...
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Alert! Alert!
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. Chris Jones on the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Again, it's Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now here at MetLife Stadium. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is RG3. He finds his man complete. It's Gonzalez. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Griffin. He's got the Hall of Famer, Harold Carmichael. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Panther 60! Panther 60!
On 1st down, Griffin. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
19 Tiger!
Maybe a free play here for Griffin.
Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works.
First down there, but it's incomplete. So it's over. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles' defense able to hold. The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That one goes for 24 yards. To throw is Robinson. Throwing on first down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Robinson now to throw on second down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Philadelphia. Taysom Hill, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They go play action. Griffin. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They go play action with Griffin. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here we go. It's Griffin on 4th down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 50 yards. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No. Okay.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, wouldn't you...
again, everybody. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready, because we've got another good one on tap.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers.
They'll be led out by the rookie who played his college ball for the Pitt Panthers. So that's Kenny Pickett.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Off play action. Pickett.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd and 10.
Pickett.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett.
And this is caught. Jennings. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now Robinson throwing to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The end result, 21 yards.
Okay, ready?
to throw again. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mike Evans, 50 yards.
And the Eagles have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. Carlson now to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust it.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's picked. Now the ball comes loose. And they are going to get this one back, it looks like. So nearly like-for-like fumbles, but they hang on to this thing and keep it a turnover. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw. Robinson. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the 49ers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on first and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can cover with is if you do it on fourth down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. First and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Pickett will look to throw it here. They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Second down and 8.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jason Taylor, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
On third down, here's Stevenson.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Again, it's Tomlinson.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. They'll go up the gut with Tomlinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Robinson.
finds Hill on the crossing route, complete.
And with the clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
And no sooner did the teams get to the locker rooms, and they're running right back out. Halftime over, third quarter, ready to go.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Robinson on 1st and 10. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Brandon Cooks, 97 yards.
And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone. Do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
Pickett now on 1st down.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And this one too low.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield.
Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Tomlinson again, a first down carry. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson.
70 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second and a couple.
Straight ahead at Stevenson.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
All right, guys. All right. Let's go, boy.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Pickett back to throw.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Brown. $34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And sometimes, I guess, maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well.
Back now here in Santa Clara. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Tomlinson, room here to run.
147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And
they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's all capped off on the touchdown run by LaDainian Tomlinson. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
To the air on first down with Pickett.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on second down.
Pickett. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Operating from the gun, Robinson. And this is caught by Evans.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
A gain of 14.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Okay, break.
Here's Robinson on first down. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Carlson now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Charles, a lot of happy faces.
everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, the Coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down.
The rookie fourth rounder out of LSU, Cade York, has this one teed up.
And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
Fielded right around the 8.
So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
You almost feel privileged, partner, every time you get to see him run out in the field to start a game, because every game, every snap, you and I both know he has the potential to do something special. And that inspires his teammates as well. They know how incredible he is. They want to give max effort as well.
That return, it will not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now, you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
Ready?
To throw is Robinson. Throwing to start the drive. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Robinson now, throwing on first down.
Open man downfield is Hill.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Robinson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson. 37 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense.
They'll be led out by the rookie who played his college ball for the Pitt Panthers. So that's Kenny Pickett.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign. Took his game to a new level and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
First and 10, here's Pickett.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Yards remaining on 2nd down. Now Pickett.
under pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. So now make that a second sack for them on this drive.
And, Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. It's fielded at the 45. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over first and 10.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Back to throw. Robinson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there. 45 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out.
And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. From the 27, Pickett. Open man is Samuel, complete. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
From the gun on third down, Pickett. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Now Robinson on 1st and 10. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They'll run Tomlinson, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already, and how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now, and let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down, but right now, he's feeling it.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now here come the Dolphins.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They run with Ford. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Airing this one out for Evans. And got his man complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Robinson. And the 7-yard line to catch is made. Touchdown. Brandon Cook. 40 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Here's Pickett.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Another try after the first down sack. Pickett. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And here's Trenton Gill now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Pickett.
Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down and back to Tomlinson.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They go again to Tomlinson. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, it's Tomlinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Welcome back now here in London. From the 9, 2nd and 5. As we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. A give to LaDavian up the gut. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On 3rd down, LaDavian Tomlinson. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they take a knee. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Robinson throwing on 4th down. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Miami set to take over. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you...
Yeah, the ball is knocked out, but I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. To throw again on second down. Pickett. The quick feet by Jackson.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
One final shot for Pickett.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
you